Hello everyone, in today's video I will be recommending 6 Netflix originals that I highly recommend watching if you have the time and a Netflix subscription. I just want to quickly say, this video is not sponsored by Netflix in any way. This is just 6 Netflix originals that I really enjoyed and highly recommend watching. There are more than 6 Netflix originals that are worth watching, but for today's video I thought I'd start off with 6. If you like this and want to see more, let me know in the comments below and by giving the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it by the end. So any title on Netflix that says Netflix original on it counts as a Netflix original. Enjoy the video.
You must be Mr. Benjamin.
Hi.
Can you tell me about some of your previous clients?
Trevor would be my first client.
My child has a unique sense of humor.
You know anything?
Could you call the Make-A-Wish Foundation and tell them I want a blowjob from Katy Perry?
For me personally, the fundamentals of Caring has everything in it. It'll have you laughing, it'll have you feeling emotions sometimes at the same time. Throughout it all, everyone does a great job with the acting in this movie. I didn't know too much going in before I watched it. I highly recommend you doing the same. But if you want, there is a link in the description for the full trailer. I highly recommend this one. I really enjoyed it. It surprised me. I hope you do like it if you watch it.
Apocalypse, apocalypse, we caused it with our dumbness.
Let's go! We found them!
A miracle today in Durnsville, Indiana. 4 women rescued from an underground apocalypse.
Kimmy Schmidt is a show I didn't know I was going to enjoy, but I had a few friends recommend me and my fiance to watch it, so we give the first episode a shot, and next thing we know we binged the whole season. Season 2 did come out last year, we seen that, it was really good. Season 3 is coming out really soon, so if you do decide to watch this show now, you'll have a lot to watch. And having more to watch is always a good thing. As you were able to see from the clip, they are in the bunker thinking they're surviving an apocalypse, but then they get freed and realize the apocalypse never happened, it was a big lie, and so Kimmy has to adjust to the world after being trapped in the bunker for so many years. I highly recommend watching this. It's very enjoyable, it has lots of laughs. Let me know what you think if you watch it.
I know the worst thing that's ever happened here in the 4 years I've been working here. It was when an owl attacked Eleanor Gillespie's head because it thought that her hair was a nest.
Out of everything I'm recommending in this video, Stranger Things is probably the show I've talked about the least, because even if you haven't seen it yet, I'm sure you heard of it. When Stranger Things released last year, everyone on the internet was talking about this show, saying how good it was, and that's how I managed to watch it, because every time I went on something, someone was commenting on Stranger Things, or saying have you seen it yet, or if I talked to anyone. So I caved and I watched it. Thankfully I did. This show is amazing. It has some of the best kid actors in anything in years. This show just keeps you engaged, wondering what's going to happen next. It just gets crazier and crazier as it goes on. If you're one of the only people that haven't seen this show yet, I highly recommend watching it. You will not regret it. Give it a go. Watch the first episode now.
7 deadly sins. The most vile order of knights the kingdom ever produced. Made up of 7 vicious, bloodthirsty criminals. Each one branded with the mark of a beast.
I had to at least have one anime on the list, and 7 Deadly Sins deserves the recommendation. This show was better than I expected it to be, but being honest, it did take me a few episodes to get into it. But after I got into it, I finished the rest of the season really fast. There do be a few scenes in some of the episodes that I just don't agree with and don't like them in anime. But I choose not to let that wreck the rest of the show. Without that stuff in it, I think it's a great show and I do recommend watching it. If you're into anime, give the show a shot. It has lots of great action scenes and it's interesting overall. I watch it with the English dub. Give the trailer a look, see if you're interested in it, and then go watch the first few episodes. It'd probably take at least 4 episodes to get into the show if that doesn't win you over in the first one.
Violet, Klaus, and Sunny were intelligent children. Most everything that happened to them was rife with misfortune and despair.
Your parents have perished in a terrible fire. Perished means killed.
We know what perished means.
A series of unfortunate events. Another show that I probably don't have to talk about too much because I'm sure you've heard of it from either the books or the movie version that released years ago. Back when Netflix announced they were going to be remaking this into a TV show, I was really excited because the movie version never continued after the first movie, even though it covered the first 4 books. It obviously didn't do too good at the box office, as we say. So I never found out what happened next, and I'm not much of a reader, so I didn't read the books. I always said, I'll wait for the reboot, And like everything gets rebooted these days, it finally happened. And I am happy Netflix is the one doing it, because they have been very good with their TV shows and their movies lately. The only concern I had was when they announced Neil Patrick Harris as Count Olaf, and I have to say I am very happy. He was really good in the movie. I really enjoyed his Count Olaf performance. I don't know if Jim Carrey's was better. I know they're different. I can't remember the movie version too much, so I can't really say. But Neil Patrick Harris does a really good job in this in this show, and I recommend this. It's 8 episodes long. Give it a shot when you have the chance.
Once, when I was 6 years old, I believed something very simple. That what is most important is invisible to the eye.
This is our little corner of the universe.
But then, I grew up.
The Little Prince. The movie I probably have to talk about the most, but I don't want it because I don't want to give that away. The reason why I'd probably have to talk about it the most is because I doubt a lot of people know about this movie. It kind of was under the radar when it released. And this movie is gorgeous. I didn't know a lot going in before I watched this movie. And that was the best way to enjoy this. This movie was so good. I don't remember it being too long. If it was, it flew through anyway, because I loved every second of this movie. This movie will have you happy, sad. It's so good. Even though this video wasn't in any particular order, out of everything I recommended today in this video, this is the thing you should go and watch first. It's just a one movie thing. And it will only take a little over an hour, and you'll be very happy that you watched this movie, and then you can move on to everything else. Well, we have reached the end of the video. I can finally go shave now after binging through all of them. If you want to recommend anything in the comments below, any Netflix originals that you think I like or enjoy, given what I recommended here today. If you want to see more video content like this on the channel, let me know in the comments below. I'm sorry about the video quality. I have to use my phone. I don't have an actual camera right now. Thanks again. Have a good day. See you. Bye.